Hey everyone. Today is Thursday, and I did not intend on recording an episode today. But when I came home, I saw between the news and social media that Jussie Smollett was charged officially with falsifying a police report, and that can get him up to 3 years in prison. I know right now he's out on bond. I think he had $100,000 bail, and he bonded out on $10,000. Um, it's really hard to even discuss this story. I feel like this story is harder to discuss than a lot of stories that definitely have worse outcomes, real victims. Um, because a very small, because I know I'm pretty much on a little island by myself, but a small part of me still wants to believe that this cannot be true, that he did not stage this whole thing and make it up and go to the extent of filing a police report and having everybody back him, even though I will just admit that I feel like everybody backed him too fast. Not out of disbelief, but I mean, like, I didn't even hear about it on the news. I realized something was going on because of social media. So, that alone, I'm like, come on, people, like, regardless of black, white, other, how about we wait and see, what's going on? But this is the world we live in now. Nobody waits to see anything. The same way people were running to defend him, literally the minute they was talking about it, I saw people just going against it before he was even arrested. But anyway, the problem is a part of me doesn't want to believe this, doesn't want to believe that he went this far. And of course, I'm definitely not going to believe that he set this whole situation up for money. I'm just not going to believe that. I will give you that he set it up, but I will not give you that he set it up for money. Just like I will not give you that he set it up to make Trump supporters look bad. Because as I stated in my previous episode, this country was racist before Jussie Smollett. This country was racist during an alleged attack on Jussie Smollett. And the country is racist after. And his attack did not make it more or less. It wasn't getting any better before this, and it's not getting any better after it. So I have a hard time believing that, I'll give you that over the money. I'll definitely say, if that's the reason he's going to use, I will say, okay, he wanted to make, some Trump supporters look like homophobe, racist, which a lot of Trump supporters are, which is why I don't understand why people are so offended. But people are usually offended by things that are true. So anyway, but money, no. I'm not saying that people don't do things for money, but this is a young man who has been a child star majority of his life. All of his siblings are pretty much child stars as well. And even one of the sisters who is not, she's like a chef or something, that money thing just don't make no sense, and that's definitely not the reason. I don't know the reason, but if that's the reason he's going to give us, if it comes out that this is 100% true and he takes his part and he gives his reason and he says it's because of that, he's lying to us. He just doesn't want us to know the real reason. I'm just being completely honest with you here. And like I said, I also don't believe that it was because of the Trump supporters, because, like I said, if you go to any Trump rally, you go to any Trump event, anything that has to do with Donald Trump, there's nothing but a bunch of racist homophobes there. I don't want to hear not everybody is racist, not everybody's homophobic. No, there is enough homophobes and racists there that I can't even see the non-racists. I can't see it. Then my other issue, this is my other issue, actually, I want to point out, I noticed that the two brothers that they said that he paid, why do we keep saying the Nigerian brothers? These two young men were born and raised in Chicago. Yes, their family is from Nigeria, and they still have family in Nigeria, and they travel there and they visit there, but they are not from Nigeria, the brothers. They are born and raised here in the United States and are 100% citizens. They're not immigrants or anything. So I'm confused why all of a sudden we have to highlight the fact that they're Nigerian. Like, what exactly is that about? I just don't understand it. Why aren't they just regular old African Americans? So does the whole Nigerian thing make it a little bit more fascinating for people? I mean, Jussie Smollett, he's biracial, and yet I haven't heard one person talk about the fact that he's a biracial man. His father is of Russian and Polish descent and was actually raised Jewish, and his mother is African American. Now, I, of course, consider Jussie Smollett a black man. He's half black. I mean, that's just how black people roll. You black, you black. But why is the media calling him a black man when he is in actuality a biracial man? But the two brothers who are African Americans, that's what they are. African, or you want to call them Nigerian Americans, but nobody does that. Nobody says, oh, hey, that Russian American. Oh, that Italian American. Oh, that, Ghana American. Nobody says that. Nobody says that. You just say African American, or hell, you just say black. We don't even get African American. You just get black and you get white. So you get Spanish, you get Asian. So why are they Nigerian brothers? They're two black brothers. And I'm trying to figure out why is the media so focused on the Nigerian part. I don't understand it. For a second, I thought maybe they were born there, but they weren't. They were born in Chicago. Well, that's the world we live in. I guess we have to highlight the fact that there are two black people, because apparently there aren't any black people that support Trump. Are you freaking kidding me? There are tons of lovely, black people. Oh, they're not really lovely because they're the dumb ones. Who support Trump. I mean, I don't understand how they do it. Don't ask me. I can't speak for the dumb. But they're out there. So why couldn't it be that two black people attacked Jussie Smollett and were homophobic and Trump supporters? Because you think there aren't any homophobic blacks? No, there are. There are racist blacks, there are homophobic blacks, so I'm just confused on why it's so shocking that black on black crime is big in Chicago. Do y'all not know? That's what goes on in Chicago, black on black crime. So it wouldn't have been shocking to me that two black people attacked him. I wouldn't have been shocked. I don't know why. And you're saying, oh my goodness, he said they were white. Who gives a shit that he said they were white? So you're telling me that there's a problem with the fact that a black man assumed that two people who were wearing a mask and had a MAGA hat on and yelled about the fact that he was a black man who was gay and slurs and beat him up, that because he assumed they were white, it's like, oh my gosh, how could he assume they were white because they had these hats on and because they said all these mean things? I mean, I'm trying to figure out what's the difference between me going shopping at a fancy store and being followed around because I am a woman of color and, of course, I probably don't have any money and I look young and I'm about to steal something. Or the black man who's walking behind you, who has a hoodie on and a cap on, he's walking kind of, fast-paced, and you're the white woman with the Gucci purse, yep, Gucci, with the Gucci purse, and you know this black man is going to rob you. He wants to take your purse. He ain't got nothing else better to do with himself but rob you and take your little bit of money. So I'm trying to figure out that what is the difference between you judging me and my fellow brothers and sisters by the way that we look, by the way that we dress, by where we live, by what car we drive, by what school we go to, by all of this stuff, but yet I can't assume, or Jussie can't assume, that two people with with a mask and a MAGA hat on, yelling slurs about racism and gay people can be white. You see how you want shit to only go in the way that you want it to go. It only works when it works for you. And I also would like to talk about the fact that Chicago PD, I mean, this is the fastest I think a crime's ever been solved in Chicago. I mean, are we not going to discuss Barbecue Becky or Pool Patrol Patty? Where are they right now? Sitting at home, twiddling their thumbs, laughing at us, talking about, look at these niggers. Look at them over here acting stupid, blaming each other, paying each other to hurt each other. That's what the fuck they're saying. And this is separate from Jussie, but I want to point out that while all of this was going on, I saw something on social media, it was social media, but it was like one of those news thingies, whatever, where a black family was taking pictures of their daughter's first birthday party. They were in this bougie-ass park, and they set it all up, and they were doing their own little photo shoot of their daughter. Maybe this is their only child, and they're all gushy, as all parents are, regardless if it's their first or second. I'm just saying, I want to say I thought this was their only child. And this white woman came and took the decorations and tossed them across the park. Also, she put her hands, physically hit the father, not once, but twice, and then was going off. First of all, I just want to point out, and the mother and father had accents. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they sounded Caribbean, West Indian to me. Okay? I don't know what black person, let alone a West Indian, who, I guess you just gotta be mature, right? You know, when I saw that video, I said to myself, this is what I said to myself. I said, self, why shit like this don't happen to me? That's not the smartest thing to ask, right? But don't worry. Myself gave me an answer. I'm pretty sure it wasn't myself, it was Buddha. And I say Buddha because I'm a Buddhist. But, God, whatever, Ya Allah, whoever said to me, you know why stuff like this don't happen to you? Because you wouldn't have thought this situation out. See, those parents, they talked back to her. They told her that she was crazy. They told her that, she was being ridiculous and to stop it. But that's what they did. They just used their words. You would have used your hands, and now you might be dead because the police would have shot me, the mother of the child who's only taking pictures of her child. Or if I didn't get shot, I would be in jail for whooping that bitch's ass. Yes, that's where I'd be, in jail or dead. So I had to really say to myself, thank you, self. Thank you for not getting me in situations like this, because I know me, and I consider myself a very mature person. I have definitely left a lot of times where shit could have hit the fan. And I want to be honest that I have not always been this way, just in case somebody tried to talk. I was a very shy, non-violent, Martin, hand-up kind of person. But as I've learned, and as Malcolm would say, you learn early on that you're just going to get bullied. And I was bullied, I was picked on, and I got to the point where I got tired. And so at my age now, I'm tired. So something like that couldn't have happened to me today. Today, that lady would have caught these hands, okay? But my point of this story was things like this is happening and no one seems to care. And the fact is right now Jussie's taking all the spotlight, which kind of sucky because if this was officially orchestrated and he made this whole shit up, instead of me talking about him, I could have been talking about that white lady who decided to take and destroy that poor little girl's first birthday for her parents and discuss how trifling she is, and her ass need to be arrested. That's what I could be talking about. And pointing out the lack of resources and the lack of justice that is dished out for black people when it comes to white-on-black crime. But we want to be all for the black on black crime. We want to be in it. We want to catch the bad guys. We got to get them. We got to prove a point. And